I grew up in Kagiso, a township west of Johannesburg, with both my parents. When I joined the South African National Blood Services in 2011, I was firstly so happy that I could finally support my family financially. My father, an underground miner, my mother, a professional nurse, worked very long hours to support our family. Our family would suffer for months on end due to financial instability, because my father would find himself without work very often than I can remember, due to retrenchments or mines closing down. And it was during these times that my mother had to financially sustain the household and provide education for 3 young girls with grand ambitions. And secondly, I was hopeful that I could pay for my fees. You see, I have always wanted to be a pilot. From age 7, I'd be captivated by these huge metal machines in the sky flying overhead. But I did not know how difficult it was to pursue my passion. I had no knowledge of the aviation industry, and my parents could not financially support me. But I am thankful that I joined the South African National Blood Services, because finally, in 2014, I enrolled myself at Africa Aviation Academy in Johannesburg as a student pilot, where I had the hope that I could fund myself and study part-time at the academy. I still recall days I would leave the lab after a night shift, tired, to go fly or write exams. I particularly recall this one day where my instructor had hinted that finally, Lebs, you are going solo. I got to school, super nervous, really excited, got into the aircraft, did my pre-flight checks, given clearance to take off. I take off and I go around my first circuit with my instructor. I'm on final approach, runway 29 in Germiston. Lebu, you are going to kill us. I had missed the runway. I was too low to land. It's either I panic, I cry, or I do something about it. Immediately, I tell Tower, permission to go around. Full power, flap 10, and off I go around, trying to land a second time. I attempted this 3 times, trying to land, and I didn't land. It was not because I was inadequate to land, but it was because prior to that, my instructor had informed me that, Lebs, this is your last flight. You have no more money to continue your flight. My dream today remains unfulfilled, as I am still unable to raise funds to acquire my private pilot license. I am fortunate to be working for an organization like the South African National Blood Services. We are a not-for-profit, and we provide blood products for all. With 185 sites, we are able to provide this essential service across the country. However, access to healthcare is still a significant challenge in South Africa, even more so for a large portion of the population in rural communities, such as KZN, where healthcare facilities are far and few between. The South African National Blood Services was called to action to respond to the young women dying during childbirth. According to WHO, it is estimated that in South Africa, 123 women per 100,000 die during childbirth. And this could be more, as not all maternal deaths are recorded However, just last year, the SANBS launched its first drone service to pioneer a new age of blood delivery, where we will deliver these blood products to these rural communities efficiently. And I got to be a part of that project. I may not be qualified yet as a pilot, but I am qualified as a drone pilot. I still recall the days I was working at a lab at Helen Joseph Blood Bank in Johannesburg, and a doctor would call requesting urgent blood for a young woman who is bleeding. This hospital is 5 kilometers away, so the driver would come rushing in and out, collecting more and more blood products just to save this young girl's life. Now imagine a similar case for that young woman situated more than 100 kilometers away from the blood bank, unable to receive these products in time. The nice thing about our drone is that we fly at 100 kilometers, at speeds of 180 kilometers an hour. It's a completely autonomous vehicle that can fly itself. Today I stand before you in awe. Never in my wildest dreams did I think that when I applied for that internship in 2011, that I would one day incorporate my passion for flying and the opportunity to save lives. And one day use a drone and deliver it to that patient that urgently needs it in a rural community. My name is Lebohang Lebogo, Nyuli Makoti. And I am the South African National Blood Service's first drone pilot. And I am soaring high as a proud African woman.